It's my last day in Phnom Penh, and today I'm going to try and fit in as much stuff as I can before I leave. Hi, I'm Stu. I'm a backpacker from England and I'm on day 52 of my Southeast Asia adventure. Now, I'm going to start off today. It's just after lunchtime and I'm here at the Russian market. The name of this market is actually Tuol Tompoung market, and it's called the Russian market because in the 1980s, during the Cold War, this was frequented by the Russians, and that's it. So there's the entrance, and I know we all love a good little rummage around the market, so I'm going to go straight in without getting knocked over and see what there is to see. Now there are two main markets for daytime in Phnom Penh. You got the central market, which I went to the other day, and then you've got this one, and I think this is just a maze. It is a maze. So this sells everything. I'm trying to find anything but clothes. Yeah, it's definitely hard to get through. And if you do come here, watch the steps.
Bang, bang.
There's another place where you can buy material and get clothes made up or even altered. Now, because this is a tourist market, a lot of tourists do come here. You'll find lots of stuff for selling Cambodia. Now, I will admit I've not had anything to eat since breakfast. I am a little bit hungry, so I'm going to try and find some street food, if I can find any. Everybody seems to be offering me drinks but not food. Thank you. Thank you. Cool. Yeah, this place is quite big and it sells everything. So this is just me walking from one end to the other. There's food over there, and I think that's where I'm going to be heading for. Grab some food and then go back in. I'm not too sure what to go for. I may go for a quick sandwich. I think you'll find that because it's midday, hottest part of the day, a few of them shut already. But yeah. Hi. Could have that with Chicken?
Chicken.
Yeah.
Okay.
Okay.
Chicken. $1.
$1, yeah. Perfect. One, yeah.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. Akun. He's put a lot of meat in it. Bit of salad, keep me healthy. You go and find somewhere to sit down and eat it. Didn't realise that behind his counter he actually had a table and chairs, so I've come past it and said, "Can I sit down here?" So I think this is where he was sitting. So. Not chicken, but it's nice. That was actually quite nice. For the whole, I even ate the salad. Must be hungry. But I'm going to have a wander back into the market, see what other delights it's got in there. Now I've got someone who follows me on YouTube who mentioned to me in a comment that this market is actually cheaper and less likely to have any fakes than the central market. Okay, thank you. So when I bought this hat the other day from Central Market, I should have waited until I came here. I could have got it cheaper. But yeah, it's a market that sells everything for the locals and stuff for the tourists. I think this is the engine mechanical side. Oh wow. Everything the motor needs. Right, back into the light.
Yeah.
Oh, wow. And that was the Russian market. I saw less tourists in there than I did at the central market. But at least I've seen both markets, main markets in Phnom Penh. So the next place I'm going to, which is about a 20-minute walk that way, is the Olympic Stadium. I'm about 10 minutes away from the Olympic Stadium, and this is what you call the outskirts of the centre of Phnom Penh. This is not really the touristy end, walking from the Russian market, and the temperature at the moment is about 32-34 degrees. I can definitely feel it. height. So I'm in the shade and I'm still feeling the heat. But this is normal, everyday Phnom Penh. Oh, I just felt a bit of air con come through. Oh, it was nice. I'm nearly at the Olympic Stadium, and this is the area that we're in. And you've got a bit of modern, old-fashioned Buddhist temple down there. And you've got Olympia City, Miracle of Phnom Penh. Just around the corner is the committee of Cambodian Olympics, and the stadium is just around the corner here. Now, Olympic Stadium suggests that Cambodia's held the Olympics. No, they haven't. Cambodia's been in 10 Summer Olympics, but no Winter Olympics. They've not won one single medal. So why have they got an Olympic stadium? So I'm at the gates where you've got the Olympic rings on. I'm not too sure if I can go in or not. There is no guard on the gate. So they've got the signs of various sports in the side of that building. Sports live in peace. And according to the map, it's down here. So all the information I've got is from Wikipedia, which is the font of all knowledge. And it states that the National Sports Stadium, which is now the Olympic Stadium, was completed in 1964, and I think that's it behind there. Now, Wikipedia says the stadium might have been built to host the 1963 Southeast Asia Peninsula Games, but the games were cancelled due to political problems in Cambodia. All the steps. Without climbing them steps. Nope, there's a gate. So that looks like the Olympic Stadium. Now, when I saw this on the map, I do love a bit of obscurity, and to find that even though they've never had the Olympics, they've got an Olympic stadium, sort of went, oh, need to find this place. So it looks like it's well looked after. And on the other side there's a lot of construction working going on. And we're coming to the front of it from the looks of it. Are we? There's a couple of army trucks there. Yep. All the buildings around here look modern, suggesting that this is people with money. I guess anybody up there wouldn't be able to see any matches playing on in there. Yeah, there's the front. Now the facilities they have here include swimming pools, both for swimming and for diving. They have got a volleyball court, which has a capacity of up to 6,000 people. Oh, you can see inside. So this is not the major stadium in town. So the other stadium we have in this in the city is the Monastery National Stadium. This is sort of second place for any sporting activities. Now a car's just come out of here, so I don't know if I can go in, get a better look. Now in 2007 they had their very first international pop star give a concert here, and it was Ronan Keating from the boy band Boyzone. Oh wow. I'm quite impressed. You'll see the VIP seats up there. And this is the Olympic Stadium. If I was brave enough, I would probably have a walk along the pitch, have a walk up the stairs just to see in all its glory, but there's two guys down there that keep staring at me. So I think I'm going as far as I should be allowed. But yeah, if you imagine you've got a flat up there and you're watching a game down here, get your friends round, get your snacks out, get your drinks out, and it's all free. I wonder if I could rent one out, just in case Ronan Keating comes out to do another tour. And for those who are not aware of who the mighty Ronan Keating is, he's an Irish singer who went solo and is still part of the Irish band Boyzone. But I've been wanting to come down here for the last couple of days since I saw on the map. I've seen it. I'm a happy person. I just saw a map of the Olympic Stadium. So you got the football pitch in the centre. I assume a swimming pool, diving pool, tennis courts, volleyball court, courts, grass. That's quite impressive. Obviously they have taken sports seriously over here to try and win their very first Olympic medal one day. Now, as I'm leaving, there's the security guards on the phones, but there's none on the other side. Directly outside the Olympic Stadium, two adverts. You got one that says Beyond the Games, so they're supporting disability, the Special Olympics. And then you got this one that's got FFC, which is the Football Federation of Cambodia versus Hong Kong International Friendly. Now, I have noticed a lot of the adverts you get up here are sometimes weeks, months old. I don't know if that's going to be soon. That'd be worth seeing. Cambodia against Hong Kong. I'm at the next stop. I think this will be the last one. One thing I didn't mention about the Olympic Stadium, and I wasn't too sure if I should mention it, but during the Khmer Rouge regime, the stadium was used as an execution place where senior members of Cambodia were shot. But we're at the next place, and Cambodia is a very Buddhist country. This place is the Al-Serkal Mosque. This was originally built in 1968. It was a gift from the Al-Serkal family. You can tell I'm reading this off Wikipedia. And they are from the United Arab Emirates. Now it was rebuilt and gifted by the whole of the United Arab Emirates in 2014. So the original one was 1968, and this was rebuilt in 2014. Now it looks like I've caught it just as prayers are starting. This is the main mosque for Muslim Cambodians, which make up about 2% of the population. They reckon there's about 350,000 Muslims in this country. Now, they all come from the ethnic Cham, and under the Pol Pot regime, they reckon there was about 70,000 of them killed. Now, driving up here, the traffic was horrendous, really busy. So one of the options that the leaders of the city decided was they were going to try and build a road through the mosque. Now, when I read this, I don't assume that it's going to be going straight through there, but probably down here. And obviously the Cham Muslims were against it because they reckon the traffic would upset the peace, the tranquility. Which it is, it's so quiet around here. So they've put it on hold while they think about it, because it caused such a stir. Right, I'm going to have a walk up. Obviously, I'll go as far as I can. You can see that the sun's starting to come down. Yeah, I'm not going to go in. There's people praying. But the architecture is quite impressive. I think I'll have a walk around that way. Where they wash the feet. Now I do know there is a Catholic church in Phnom Penh, which is on the other side of the city. It's probably a bit too far to walk, probably take me a couple of hours to get there. And like I said, the sun's starting to go down, and it is my last night, and I need to start thinking about packing. But I just thought I'd show you that Cambodia is got lots of religion with themselves, not just Buddhism. Got a Catholic church, got a mosque, and just city life out there. Peace and quiet in here. Hello. Bless. As I was walking out of the mosque, which is basically just over there, I just saw this thing behind the trees. I don't think you can see it now. It looks like a big Buddhist temple. Obviously you can have a look. So this is the Shra Chak Pagoda. Now the gates are closed. There is a lot of work being done. And here's an open gate. So Tuol Tompoung Monastery. Yes, a lot of scaffolding going on. It looks like there's a lot of work going on inside as well. But when it's finished, that is what it's going to look like. Complete with Buddhist monks and umbrellas. And that is the day finished. I've only shown you 3 things, and that's only because I spent most of the time walking in between them. Apart from last one, I got the tuk-tuk. Tomorrow, as I said, I'm off to a new place, and I'm still trying to work out where I'm going. I've got a choice of 3, but you'll find out in the next video where I am. Now, if you've enjoyed this video, if you've enjoyed Phnom Penh, you've got to press that like button. If you want to see where I'm going next, press that subscribe button. But until next time, I'm off to pack. Bye bye for now.